You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole. And Julie, thank you so much for your third request for the month. And we are doing ARCHSPIRE, and the song is called Drone Corpse Aviator. This is a band we both have never heard about. They are from Canada, though, so we're very excited to see this band. Violent images.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Uh-oh. Whoa. The janitor. Uh, Julie, I do appreciate the warning before this video to know that it was going to have some intense imagery and explosions, and it was the song requests were going to get heavier and heavier, and they surely did, because that was extremely heavy right off the get-go with that double bass, and that drum just like sets the tone, gets it going, and the way they're singing and growling was very intense. But also, one of my biggest fears is to be basically what would you call it, being experimented on, essentially, like being forced to go through these transformations against your will. Like, you even saw there was the guitarists that both had their heads stuck together, like that crazy Nazi scientist that was doing all these crazy experiments. And so I had that terror kind of going through my body the whole time this song was playing. So it was almost like a horror film type of experience, because it still was great music and I loved it, and I love watching horror films, but it's scary.
It's still scary.
And it puts you through different emotions than other type of songs and videos do. So that was quite the experience. It's really cool. They're from Canada. They look like they actually have quite a good following. This it's only 1 year ago and it already has over 1.2 million views. So I'm surprised I haven't heard of this band yet, and I'm very happy to have found this band, and to give Canada more of a shout out is always awesome too. So thank you, Julie, for giving us a bunch of Canadian artists and bands to work with this month.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest, while I was watching this, because it had that warning at the front saying like viewer discretion advised.
Yeah.
I was actually watching it wondering
what's this moment?
What's this moment? And then it hit, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is definitely viewer discretion.
Yeah, right at the end.
And I'm not normally queasy to things, but with being pregnant, I've become a lot more queasy to some imagery. So
you made it through at least.
I made it through.
Because the Mara video, which we'll throw up there, is another video that kind of got us both visually a bit icky too, just so you guys see where it's those images right now. But that's why it was good. At least there was some, like, be ready for something.
But with that said, the double bass and the drummer right at the start, just amazing. Definitely set that tone. It got me excited for what was coming next with the rest of the band. The growl was phenomenal.
Nice.
I loved that it was through the whole song. The only thing I could pick up through the growl, unfortunately, was Drone Corps Aviator.
Yeah, I heard that part before they go brah.
But that I couldn't pick up any of the other lyrics, so I would kind of like to know what the song is about.
Well, a Drone Corps Aviator, in my opinion, is that corpse that the avatar has to embody like a drone, because that's the only way they can act, and that's why they're just busting all this crazy stuff, because it's not really them, because it's like that's what the song's saying.
They're being taken over.
They're being
exactly
taken over.
That's what I was. Yeah, so like with that, it was very like that was very apparent to me, but I'd like to see kind of what they're saying around it and how their explanation of it was, because it was very much like a possession or a takeover, and then monitoring it and seeing how far they could push it. And
there's a real science to every like symbol that they were showing there too.
Exactly. Right? When he had all the dots on his head, I was like, oh, I've had a EEG before, and then I was like, then they started throwing up the electricity. I'm like, yeah, my EEG didn't do that.
No.
Yeah, it didn't electrocute me. So, but like just kind of some of that imagery as well, being like, oh, like that's very realistic to an extent, but then putting on that twist and pushing it out of proportion was very powerful to me as well with the imagery.
It sure was.
Of having that like that takeover, that experimental feel. Definitely when they were putting the drops in the eyes and having to inhale from the bottle, I was definitely like, oh, okay, this is gonna be like when you're like, they say drum corps Aviator, but like, you know, willing possession to, or something like that.
Of course.
But then they just explode, and I was like, oh, okay.
Maybe
that happens too, you know.
Maybe that's what happens at the end, so don't let that ever happen to y'all. That's why I'm scared, is so my head doesn't explode like that.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it was very good music.
Yeah.
Loved the singer, the vocalist.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Powerful.
The guitarist was phenomenal.
Yeah, both of them were
amazing. And just that drummer at the beginning, and keeping that beat and keep that constant like double bass throughout the whole thing, and keeping your heart rate up.
Even that drummer, like, even is a violent image for a lot of people. Like, I remember when I worked in a grocery store, a lot of people would come in, and when they heard heavy metal or even just Metallica or something like rock, they'd be like, this is too offensive and we need to have something less offensive. So like even that drum coming in is violent to some
having
people.
That double bass, because it gets that heart rate.
Oh yeah, it gets you
right.
In a
so you're in a different set. You're in a different mind.
Yeah.
So it was, and it's really interesting as you bring that up, because I've worked in retail.
Yeah.
Depending on who picks the music that day depends on what customers you're getting in the store. Because what music is playing changes the customers that you have in the store.
Yeah. So it's just crazy what music can do to everyone, y'all. That's why we love this channel. And thank you so much, Julie, for helping us have a great time this month with your request. And if you guys had a good time with us, please like this video and subscribe. It will make us very happy, because we are exiting out of the rabbit hole now, folks.
Peace and love, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
God bless y'all.
Bye now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
A special thanks goes out to all of our wonderful patrons. We appreciate you so much.